You feel what I'm saying? Notice these customers that's coming in without me having to do anything. They would come through. They would get the number. The AI assistant will start, contacting them. Just like once they give you your email, your autoresponder will start contacting them. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And I don't be knowing if a lot of people know about these type of tools or whatever. That's why I be asking.
You know what? You should probably get with Sonny. Sonny, he's he's pretty knowledgeable on that. I think he's actually going to be working pretty hard with Block Cycle and Wealth Wave here soon, doing that exact thing. He actually watched the video that he had sent Josh Scott yesterday or the day before. Um, so he seems
It
to
ain't no
kind of
problem
have
with
it down.
knowing how to do it. I know how to do it. I'm just asking, do other
Oh
people on
yeah,
this
yeah.
call
My see,
know about these
see, that's
things?
my
You
thing.
know what I'm saying?
This whole social media, internet marketing, that shit is brand new for me. It's
Okay.
brand new for me, bro. I didn't have a social media. That's it. I didn't. I don't really do social media. I mean, I guess now I do. I'm all over it, right? But normally I don't. What's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey,
Peace,
just
family. What's
chopping it
going
up,
on?
man.
Everybody what's on here? Mr. Turner, JoJo. How y'all feeling?
Good, man.
Amazing.
Peace. All is well.
What y'all talking about? Funnels and digital
Yeah, yeah.
marketing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
That's
asking
it.
some questions on that. Yeah, seeing what people are familiar with because you can leave a lot of money on the table without collecting these customers and these emails or something like that. Being not being able to like you know who's on your website or what I mean who's really connecting with you because they might look at your content or whatever like that be on your page, but it's like how are you know what I mean you don't have no email or no number on them. It's like they just there. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's another area I need to work on. I ain't gonna lie. Like that's one of the things I'm gonna be focused on because I'm automating everything I can for the rest of the year. I'm not gonna
Me
say
too.
that I'm not gonna say I'm burnt out, but I didn't post it enough. I didn't made enough content. So my goal is to start pushing more people to my YouTube so I can get their YouTube check. I need more watch
Yep.
hours now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. And then
Somebody's been paying attention to the dashboard analytics.
I not me. Somebody else
I just started. I just started. Really,
told me what
it
they
really
saw.
does help. It'll help. Like you could just go to your dashboard on Facebook and YouTube and all that, and it'll break down all your shit for you, bro. It'll tell you, like yeah, the Zoom will do it too. It'll go through and it'll tell you like how your like I guess your wording and your presentation and things are during the meeting. So it's going to let you know if you went on too long of a rant, or it's going to let you know if you're using too many words per minute or not enough words. You know what I'm saying? So I guess there's like levels or that you're supposed to be in. I'm probably not going to do too well with that because I'm gonna just talk and say what I want to say. Um, and the hell with what Zoom thinks about my presentation.
Oh yeah. So
But no, the Facebook stuff it'll let you know your demographics. So it'll tell you like the percentage of your following, like what percentage is male, female, age range, country, national, like everything. So like the majority of I have the biggest following in the US, obviously. Then next is Indonesia and Nigeria. For isn't that crazy? So I guess I'm popping in Indonesia.
school just put the maps on the platform, so now you can see where all of your members are. So
Right.
your demographics actually show up on your dashboard if you want to look at that.
So there's got to be something to that, though. Think about it. Like, so if I have a large following in Indonesia, then that's probably like an area that we could focus in, like for you know leads, right?
I mean,
Nigeria for
yeah,
sure. As a
that
matter of
that's
fact, I had a
where
guy hit me up
that's where
from
targeted
Nigeria.
marketing will come in at.
Yeah. So
You
those
know,
dashboard
that's what
analytics and
Facebook is
stuff,
real good for.
yeah, it's really cool. It'll break your content down too. So it'll tell you which video or which post or whatever it was had the most engagement, got the most likes, got the most rewatches. It'll tell you on average, like on your YouTube, if you go to the dashboard and go to that, it'll tell you like the average watch time. It'll tell you like the percentage of people that watch it and then come back and watch again. So it's really pretty dope, really.
You
It'll let
know,
you know exactly the type of content to kind of hammer down on. You know what I mean? And what not to.
You know, Facebook Insights is a powerful tool too. If you
Yep.
guys never use that tool, that thing will show you a whole lot of stuff. It'll blow
And
your
they got those
mind.
little
It'll scare you a little
weekly. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
bit. I
They
mean,
got those little weekly challenge things too on the Facebook, to where it's like I guess it's kind of designed to motivate you to engage more and post more content, because it'll be like you get little added rewards or whatever it is, like if you do 7 stories in a week, post 7 news posts in a week, engage
mhm.
with so many people, get so many views, get, you know what I'm saying, and then you level up in like rankings and stars and things.
Yeah, the whole platform shows you how to use it itself. If people would just go
It
in there
does
and
do that.
follow those things in the dashboard. If you follow those steps in there, it shows you how to use the platform and how to grow.
Yeah, it really will. And then it'll tell you, it'll help you set up the um it'll help you set up everything, the monetization and everything. It'll tell you like, here's how you can
Yeah.
make money off of this. You just got to go in there and do it.
And with AI in it now, it just kind of does other things for you, like A/B test your reels and all types of stuff for you. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like crazy now when I look
Yeah,
at it
it
now.
is. Well, it's kind of, I look at it the same way as like Chat GPT. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are just not using Chat GPT. They're losing. Bro, if you're not using AI, you're losing out. Like, I don't care how you feel about whether it's going to take over the world. Like, the thing about it is the tools that all of these elites use to take over the world. How do you think you yourself are immune to that? By using the same damn tools, guys. That's the
Yeah.
only way. That's the only way. You're not going to avoid it. You're not going to beat it. Trust me, I tried.
And if
They
you don't
win
learn it,
until
you're
you
going to
learn
be
the
losing,
rules.
super
Yes, you
losing.
lose until you learn how to play, and you better use the right equipment. Because if you're in there trying to fucking hit a football with a baseball bat, probably not gonna win, bro.
Mm. Well, you
But
know, we
it's
just
it's
got to get
tools.
out
It's like
of
Chat
using
GPT.
the
It's just a tool
tools,
that you can use.
using these social media platforms. Got to get out of the mind state of using them like everybody else use them, and then go into the mind state of a marketer because that's what they are. They're marketing
Yes,
tools, but to
yes,
consumers, they're social media platforms.
exactly. And you got to decide what you want to be: a consumer, or like a producer, or a creator, or an entrepreneur, or anything. Just don't be a consumer. It's that whole consumer mindset that's got everybody like stuck in the first place, right?
Yeah,
Just
you
like
see
you
how
said,
you
marketing. Do you know how easy it is to market? You do it every single day and you don't even know it. First thing you do when you buy a new phone is go tell all your friends about it. Check out this new phone. This shit badass. Look, it's the new iPhone 27. It's badass. Check it out. Look what it can do. Right? You marketing. Right? You're wearing a Nike shirt running around, you marketing. You got that brand new Cadillac, marketing. You run around telling everybody. That's you market shit every day, guys. Why don't you start marketing something that's gonna pay you instead of something that's gonna take your money, consumer?
and
It's
look,
the
it's
mindset.
easier to just show what you're doing because people are nosy. If you know the sidekick of people,
Yes.
you don't have to sell
Right. They don't
anything.
mind that.
Selling and marketing shit is just you posting what you doing. You feel
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? Like that's all you got to do. You ain't got to be like,
That's it. A
oh,
call to
join
action.
this or
Oh,
join that. Come buy this, come buy that. You don't even got to do nothing. All you got to do is just be like posting about what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? Posting your
that's it.
results or what you're doing or whatever. People going to get interested just in that
Well,
because they don't like being sold. Nobody likes being sold. You feel what I'm saying? They just want to come in and look for themselves. They like window shopping all the time.
that's it too. That's why you can't be like direct cushy with Mark. You can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really just kind of put it out there. Because here's the thing too, right? One thing that a lot of people don't realize about sales in general is it's not the product they buy, right? It might be the reason why they're there, but they're not buying the product. They're buying the feeling. They're buying the sensation, the environment, like the vibe that they catch right then. Because you'll go to buy something, right, with the intent on buying it, and you didn't like the sales rep, or you didn't like the dealership guy, or whatever it was. You didn't like that personal part, like that interaction, and so he's like, fuck it, I'm done. Now I'll come back later. You know what I mean? You might come back and buy it from somebody else, but you're not buying it from him. And that's
Mhm.
true about everything. They're buying how they feel about the product or about the engagement with you, not the actual product. Think about it. People buy shit that kills them every day. Literally opiate epidemic all over the place. Everybody's dying. They literally wake up, get out of the hospital, and go back and buy some more. Right. So that tells you it's not the product. It's the sensation, it's the feeling, it's the energy that they're getting from it. And most consumers are impulse based anyway, right? Ooh, shiny new thing.
Yeah. People buy
So
into the person. They're gonna like you and buy into you before whatever you selling.
that's it. Every time. That's why Walt's the same way. Get me in the room with him. That's all you got to do. Just get me in the room. That's all I need is the introduction. You know, literally, I forget who said it's like your one introduction away from everything you've ever wanted.
Yeah.
And that's true. One person, one introduction to somebody that you never even knew you need or would benefit you can change your whole life.
You know, my wife just experienced it in real time. You know, she went and applied to the job that she's working at right now, and she just came a little bit prepared, had a schedule and everything ready and all that. And she had other people that was in there, like I think two other people that had the degree already for it, and she still got the job because she just her the way she presented it, and she was more, you know, what I mean, ready for it
It
than
was
the other two
her
was with the
vibe.
degree.
Exactly. You know, I had the same similar situation. I had a friend of mine who had actually been to college, was like certified CNC with all kind of things, right? And he was going to this place to apply for a job, right? I didn't have shit going on, so I went with him, you know. And I was there, and it's like, oh, you know, I'll put in an application. And so they like you put the application in, they do the interview right there on the spot, which I thought was cool. That's probably the way I do it, you know, like. No, you already here. Let's see. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see how you are before, because if I don't like your energy, I don't like the type of character, I'm probably not gonna hire you. Anyway, long story short, they told him that he did not get the job because he was overqualified and hired me instead. And I was like, it was because I knew nothing. I didn't know anything about working in no factory or building central heat and air units or bending pipes or threading. I didn't know nothing about that. I was like 18, 19 years old. And he was
Yeah.
like, I couldn't, like, he was like 30. He was like super qualified, like knew how to do everything in the whole plant. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. But it makes perfect sense, really, because I just went in there being myself and it's like, yeah, we're gonna hire that guy. There's something
Yeah.
about confidence, charisma, you know, your character that just it'll attract the right people. And you know what? It'll reflect the wrong ones sometimes if you if you pay attention to it.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Because it shows the other ones that they can't bamboozle you and shit like that. They stay away from you.
That's it. And you know, you can only manipulate someone less intelligent than you really, or someone
Yeah.
that lets you.
Yep. But they also say, you know what I mean, you wanna sometimes act like the dumbest person in the room.
Of
Notice
course,
the key word
because
act.
you're not a threat. If they see you as a threat, they're going to be guarded for sure, right? And that's kind of goes to the art of war. You know what I mean? You never outshine the master, right? Because you already know what's coming. Jealousy, envy. Next thing you know, you ain't friends no more. You know, so you can't do that. Um, but yeah, it's basically it's basic psychology. Really, it works in all cases. Business, you know, personal relationships, friendships, everything. Really, it's kind of how I see. That's basically my philosophy on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's
And
really just an interaction between, you know, two people, regardless of what the situation. You know, going to a job interview, seeing your parole officer, you know, talking to like a potential investor. Those are all just interactions between you and that person, right? It's not so separated. They're really basic functions. Just you kind of taking a basic system and adding to it.
yeah. I mean, everything is experience, you know what I mean, and first impressions. You feel what I'm saying?
That's it.
I feel like
15
the
seconds.
one guy ad, the one ad that I see that go through my Facebook, bro, is lawyer guy where it starts off with like maybe like some crazy ass thing happening with the car rolling, then you'll see this guy flip out with a neck brace on and shit. That shit cracks me up every fucking time. I'm like, yo, he got it,
I
bro.
know what you're talking about.
He has it. he has it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just like I don't know, whatever he's selling, he'll have it from me every time. You feel what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Right. Whatever he's selling. Because it don't matter because he knows how to sell it.
It's just the marketing, his impression that he leaves.
Marketing, man. It's
You know what I'm saying?
I think it really is probably one of the most important things. Right. Everybody talks about all these wealth building skills and all these things that are necessary for business. And dude, it's networking. It's network marketing. It's that simple.
You
Yeah.
know,
It's that
on
simple.
that note, I used to date this guy, right? I used to teach. I used to teach elementary for about 5 years, and I decided that after 5 years I wanted to quit, right? And the guy I was with, he was like, "Why?" Because he got used to telling people, "Brothers of JoJo." I mean, my girl's a JoJo. My girl is a teacher. This, that, and the other, and everybody else was like working at fast food restaurants and stuff. So to him,
Mhm.
great profession to tell all his friends. So I was like, "Nah, man, I quit." And he was like, "You quit?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not going back to that. I'm over teaching. Like I'm not going back."
Just
And
like a woman. No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing. That was a joke. No,
might have
I get it. Yeah, he was using your name, man.
I should have might have communicated that I was going to quit or I had the idea, but I was very back then. And when I was done with it, it ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm done. Like I'm not discussing it with
Yeah.
you. But I
Yeah.
looked did better, but I didn't. But he got mad at me. We kind of ultimately broke up because I chose to go into marketing. I chose to go into networking because in the time frame of me coming up to with what I wanted to do with my life, I was like the best idea was marketing and network.
Yes. Pretty cool.
I was like, yo, the world going this way. I done did my research, um, this, that, and the other. I feel like marketing gonna be a key thing to keeping the longest running business because my idea is I didn't want no job that was for a short term goal. I didn't want no career that was gonna be something I didn't want to do later. I already
Yeah.
college, so I already knew which things I wanted to do. I knew um bioengineering, chemistry, medical field wasn't me.
Really? You
Doing
know, because you're totally involved in all those things.
But I knew that if somebody was into that, I could market that. And I knew that
Yeah.
people about things I knew. And then I was like, yo, that sounds perfect to market, right? He was a construction worker and he was making good money, every day he would pull in. So I was like, I want to pull in money like that, but I don't want to be doing that. So I was pulling in like $1,000 back in the day because y'all know $1,000 now is nothing, but I was pulling it in like he was like doing what? Giving away Obama phones. And I wasn't doing nothing, but it was just like me talking to random people
Gotta love them side hustles.
about
Mhm.
just
Hey,
hearing
that's that. I love them, bro. Kidding
them,
me?
signing them, giving them a phone there. And he was like, "That's not a job." This, that. And I was like, "But I'm getting paid almost as much as you is." And he was like, "That's not a job. You need to go back to
Right.
teach."
It's not a job. I ain't trying to work a job.
Hey, he couldn't understand that I was focused on the money. He was focused on the I want to flaunt that type aspect. He can't really tell his friends, my girl a marketer. Anybody could be a marketer, blah, blah, blah. You feel? He was like,
Yeah, right. Let's see you do it. See, no, that's right. Anybody can, right? We all do it. But can you
I,
do it
Anybody could be
successfully to
anything.
generate profit? That's a different story, right?
it
Because
was,
we market every day, like I
yeah,
said. But can you do it to produce profit in your bank account?
All right.
it just wasn't something he wanted to express that I did. He like
I know I can.
telling them
Pretty
what
sure
wanted
y'all
me.
can too.
But it's like at the end of the day, even if he was with me right now, I'm still teaching how to be a marketer. I'm
So
still
you
there.
doing both. He could still
Yeah.
be with you and telling everybody my girl's a teacher and a
Yeah.
marketer.
Like I would rather say pulling in 4K a month. But like again, back in the day that was money. I pulling 4K a month is okay in American time, like US America time. But
Back then,
pull 4K now, I'd be set over here. But
that's what I was about to say. Where you at? 4K a month would be straight over
it,
there. You have like a
Yeah.
mansion hut in the
I'd
jungle,
I'd
right?
have
You'd be sweeping it with like a really fancy broom.
I'd have a 2 story good. Yeah.
I think
That's
these
where
are
I want to
fucking.
be, bro. I really, real shit. I want to be out in the middle of nowhere with nobody and nothing.
I've been
That's
looking
just
at
me.
land out there in Belize.
What's the cost
Yeah,
of living
hey
out
man,
there in Costa Rica?
Say that again. I didn't hear you, brother T.
What's the cost of living out there in Costa Rica compared to the Americas? Because my wife and I were looking at it about 20 years ago, almost 15 years ago.
Depends on how you want to live. If you want to live like I live very, very, very simple. I'm paying like $300 a month. That's including my food and my rent, which is electricity, water bill, and internet.
that,
But
that part.
Crazy.
but the average
Yeah,
person in Rica, an average American, they say they spend like $1,000 just being average. That's rent.
$1,000 a month.
But if you trying to live
But I spent that this weekend
American,
on this stupid shit that I didn't even want to do.
um, like if you trying to live like you do exactly in America in Costa Rica, you looking at between 2 grand to 3 grand a month. But that's like you wanting to live like you live in America. But I don't live like that because that is no point to me. I like rural level, so I'm at 300.
Right. Now think about that. Everybody's watching this here and there, like, oh, what? We can go to Costa Rica and we only pay 300 a month and we can survive and live and da da da. We can do it that. No, you can't because you're working a job in the Americas, right? But if you knew how to do something, say online, or if you could do crypto, or if you could handle your own finances, well, you could probably do that from anywhere that had a Wi-Fi connection,
If you
right?
let eat and you let go of the need to always eat out, you could live.
Yeah, man.
But it's
Y'all
like
don't need to be filling your body with all that cancerous causing bullshit anyway, man.
most
You
of
think
your
those restaurants is vetting the chicken? You
come
think
from
they're really going and no, bro? They're buying the cheapest, most processed shit they can find, chopping it up, throwing some MSG on it, and having a gobbler.
Yo,
so
what's the exchange on the money over there from the U.S. to the Costa Rican?
the Costa Rican Colony dollar is way better than the American dollar at a higher rank. Two things. First off, the way that they make the Costa Rican dollar itself is sustainable from water, sustainable from being ripped up easily. Um, the way they make the dollar is better. That's just physicalities. Um, economy wise, 500 479 Costa Rican dollars is which they call colones is equal to $1 American. Average item, the smallest item, which would be a Snicker bar for 99 cents in America type bill, is about um 500 colones because it kind of the dollar be fluctuating, and lately it's been fluctuating between 500 to 479 lately. So if I bought a bottle of Coca-Cola for 1,000 colones, you looking at a $2.25 bottle of Coca-Cola. Same bottle you would buy in the States. But if you buy it in colones, it's nothing. Cause like that's just $1 to them. But if you buy
Right.
US dollars, you looking at $2. So I would rather have colones than American dollars because every time that dollar American drop, my colones is increasing. I'm still gonna be able to get that Coca-Cola, but I can't get that Coca-Cola with a drop dollar because now that Coca-Cola with a drop dollar is a $2.50, $3.50. You see what I'm saying? But the cologne
Mhm.
1,000.
Right.
So there you go. That's a little bit of geoeconomics, and then actually a little bit of forex mixed in there, guys. Y'all paying attention? That's how that works, right? That's just exchange rates. You basically doing the same shit you do with forex with crypto, but you got 24-hour nonstop access. You control the assets yourself. You can create your own assets. You can literally you can do everything plus. So that's what I'm saying. Anybody that's doing forex, why are you not paying attention to DeFi and cryptocurrency? That's insane. Like, how could you be trading forex and then look at crypto and be like, "No, that's some bullshit," or "That's a scam"? Like, what?
For whatever reason, I always thought they was like damn
Y'all
near the
gonna trade
same thing.
governmental currencies, but y'all ain't gonna trade your own shit. That's nuts to me.
When somebody tell me they trade forex, I'll be like, "You trade crypto?"
Yeah, that's
Because
no,
I
and I'm
always
like,
looked at it
why
as the
not?
same thing.
Missing out, bro. That's like the opposite of that FOMO, right? That's like the missing out of because of fear or some shit, or like really, that's what that is.
Yo,
Honestly, though, I can see that because my whole perspective on it's changed just in the last like year, or really just in the last like what 6 7 months since Block Cycle Labs, really. Or right before that, I just started paying real close. I was like, man, there's something about crypto. I can't get that shit off my mind. I was like, I better go on and look into it. Well, looks like I was right.
yeah. I mean, the way that you can like stake certain cryptos and it just drop more crypto in your wallet, that's like a red flag to me.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, I need to get into this
What?
ASAP. I need to find more
Like
cryptos
I
that
just
do
woke
this.
up and there's money. Dude, I still trip out. This dude that I know, he had like quit trading crypto for like 2 years, 2 whole years, and like went back to work like at this company and everything, right? And I was thinking, like, man, now I'm thinking, why would you do that? So anyway, 2 years later, he hadn't logged on to none of his wallets. He hadn't done anything. He he got into one of his wallets, and I think it was either 1,500 or I think it's 2,500 was like airdropped straight to his wallet that had just been accumulating the whole time. He hadn't touched, he hadn't even logged into the wallet or anything in like 2 years. And he finally was like, you know what, I'm gonna pay attention to crypto again. Boom.
Mhm. I mean, that's what
Okay,
I
here we
seen.
go.
I seen a lot of people doing that with their Pi network. They probably like just start seeing people posting about
Man, I
Pi
just
again.
got on that.
Look back in their wallet and it had like a couple hundred, couple thousand of them Jones back. They're like, oh shit. Then you go do the research on it. That John at $2. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still caught some
yeah.
time. I thought I almost missed the
There you
live,
go.
y'all. How y'all doing this morning?
We
Hey, we
good.
all
You
right, man.
almost.
Chopping it up. What's going on?
Closer to world domination, man. I got a couple of projects that'll be hitting my calendar in about an hour, but I had to join the Wealth Talk. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of great conversations this past week and this weekend,
Hey,
honestly.
I know, man.
And
Hey,
building
I
on
know.
more.
And trust me, I'm trying to process everything, man. Because during all of that, like we was me and Naeem and you and everybody, I was literally like in a swimming pool, doing hard construction the whole time. I had to basically had to replace the water heater twice because the one that I got, and see that's the whole. I got two of them. So I was like, just in case, I'm gonna have plenty of parts, right? Well, it didn't. I made the right decision because I needed both of them. I put the first one in, and then it just. So anyway, let's get back to business. I'm done with that. It's fixed. We good to go now.
That's right.
So
Did you have to factor that
yeah.
into your overhead for how much you're making off of your DeFi? Like, how is it that you balance
You
some of
know what?
these emergency costs?
No, I just now kind of got done with it. Like literally, my feet are still wet, pretty much. But yeah, I need to factor all of that in as an expense and a write off.
Was you able to put any of that in a loan or whatever and take some of that out first so it could start working for you still?
For sure. The first thing I'm doing with any type of money that's not already in crypto is putting it in crypto. First, right? Let's go ahead and let's start building some APY. Let's get some rewards. Let's get some liquidity going. Let's let that money make me more money, and then I'll go spend it. Right?
Right.
Because it's just insane to me to buy something and then like why? Why would you just buy that when you could take that same amount of money, invest it, like 2 weeks later, you could probably pull it out and then spend it for free and you've still got it.
Right.
Right. So just that alone is a very simple thing that you guys could do. Instead of spending $50 this week, just wait. Be a little patient. Spend it like next week. You'll thank. Invest it for a week, then spend it.
And honestly, I do the same thing with like smaller accounts. So I got a bunch of accounts that's like 100, 200 different risk tolerance, different assets. But I know for a
Absolutely.
fact from some of the teachings that Walt had was pretty much saying in one loan you can efficiently manage everything. So if you do have to take out you know what I'm saying, funds kind of regularly, like every week and a half, 2 weeks, if you have a decent amount, then you can sustain it. But I really feel like it'll be more useful for people who have one loan. You know what I'm saying? If they also have, you know what I'm saying, constant expenses. If you got a car that you're working on, if you got a house that, you know what I'm saying, needs some fixing, being able to dip those funds just gives you extra leverage on your funds, on your money. So I think of it like it's simply a tool, because a lot of people could say, yeah, we could just do a loan, or we could go ahead and do something like we could start another business, get some more physical products. But I really feel like the easiest thing to do is stretch the assets that you already have access to with just like $1, like literally. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm about to start consolidating my loans again end of this month.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like
Yeah.
just like you got month rent every month. You know what I mean? You get paid. You know what I mean? You can easily put part of your check. You know what I mean? Of each check or whatever into the folks' finance, let it compound and within the loan or whatever. And then when it's time to pay rent, you can take the rent out, and your rent will be still in there working for you.
Well, I'm trying
Exactly.
to get residual income first. So my shit be like, I got rent today. I'm done. That's the week. All I gotta do. I get my
And that's why I need to learn more about NFTs with you, JoJo, for sure. Since it's like it's another asset class in and of itself. Like people just say crypto and then DeFi overall, but
Yeah.
I feel like NFTs have another layer of utility if you know how to use them. So I've definitely been tuning into the Tuesday recordings. I got to catch it live, ask you some questions.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
release one
We
soon.
murdered it yesterday. Sorry, JoJo. It was a train wreck, but we tried.
Kind of figured that,
No,
but
it's all right.
Yeah, we
Did you
explained it.
see
Like
any of it?
good
We
luck.
tried, bro.
All I can say, good luck. I can't do nothing about it. That's all I say.
we'll just look, guys. We'll just
Hey,
send you
look.
the NFT Tuesday from last week. Okay, there we go. All right.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna send her all of them. I meant to do that too. Man, you know what? Like it was weird. It's like it just didn't work right without her. It was like, nah, she got to do it. Like that's the confirmation, right? Because it was like I got no problems doing my shit. I was like, yeah, I got you. It's gonna be amazing, JoJo. Don't worry about it. Handle your business.
Man,
We're gonna take care of it. And then I even call like I got with you, Josh, before. I was like, hey man, I was like, I got to do what you going. He's like, yeah, we got it, man. We're gonna nail it. And then his internet wouldn't work. I had to like go get supplies, and then with the water, it was crazy, bro.
the whole
But we
time,
still
every time the Zoom's like in the middle of the Zoom, you see Chris driving. He's like, "Hold on," and I'm like, "All right, let me hop in. Let me share my screen." As soon as my internet go out, Chris hop back in. Like, "All right, bet." We was
I'm in the
piggybacking.
supermarket scrolling. Like that was nuts. I was all
It's
in the checkout and everything trying to teach that
But here's the
class.
thing, guys. We talked about this too. Like people want to see that real life. They want to see the
Yeah.
no fluff and no filler. So I feel like that real slice of life. Like, yeah, we in the middle of stuff, but we still handling business. We can understand and use NFTs, still being on the go, and still also make use of the private bank and all the other passive income opportunities. So just by being in that live, like I still made some funds yesterday. And I actually was after our call NFT Tuesday, I had a conversation with somebody. I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, get them into the Zoom calls, and they told me about Alpha Arcade, also on the Algorand blockchain. So that's the
Have you done any research on it? Or
I actually placed my own bet. So the way that it
so
works is
are
like
you at a place where you could share your
yeah, matter of
screen?
fact, let me
Well,
see.
here, I will make you a co-host.
All
And
right,
anybody else that's got any cool shit going on or any new shit that they've learned that wants to jump in, like definitely
for sure. Yeah, Alpha Arcade
help
is
them
pretty
out.
dope. Because I know we had a conversation on live one time about gamification and how, you know what I'm saying, a lot of projects start to fail once they introduce games too early. Because, you know, what's the actual utility behind it? Yeah, I could waste some time, but you guys can see my screen?
I
Yeah.
can. Can
Okay.
everybody else
Oh,
see
my
it?
Wi-Fi holding. Okay, dope. Let's see if it worked.
Oh,
Cool.
see what I'm saying? We tried this yesterday, bro. It just wasn't working. The Wi-Fi was not working.
Indeed.
That's
Well,
the
so
problem.
this
Yeah,
is Alpha
JoJo, you got to do
Arcade.
every NFC too.
As you can see here, my portfolio on my cash balance. So if they're counting in US dollars. So usually you will see your algo balance here, but this is in the USDC. And then my
Okay.
portfolio is based off the bets that I place. So this is pretty much like a live prediction market. You see all of these different things here, right? Will Real Madrid beat Atletico? Will Bitcoin hit 120,000? Fed interest rate decisions. So these are things that are really based off of what's going on in the world, from geopolitics, crypto, Algorand specifically, all the way to Solana failures and sports, right? So you're able to make a bet or place your bet, yes or no, on these different conversation pieces, right? So right now it's a 45% chance, yes, no, 55% chance, and you're able to look at it like a live market. They also have the order book here with the shares and the total as well, with the spread included. So it would be like a traditional market. But this is literally just saying, okay, yes, I believe it'll go up. Will the Thunder beat the Celtics? If I believe yes, I can type in my max amount for my balance. And again, this is in US dollar. And then it calculates your payout. So I'm gonna see if it allows me to type in a dollar amount without anything in my wallet. It will not. So I'm gonna go to my portfolio and I'll show you guys. It says the U.S. government shutdown this year. I voted. I put $1 in just to see what it will be like. To you know what I'm saying?
You said yes.
Yeah, I said yeah. The government will probably shut down this year. So I
Hey,
just put $1
manifesting.
in it. And it's only down by like you know what I'm saying, 1%. So people are still weighing in, but off of that dollar I have a chance, if the government does shut down, to make $2 and some change. So it's just another way to go ahead and utilize some
Oh
of
my
that
goodness.
functional knowledge you have in macroeconomics. And because I'm interested in these types of things, and I also have the same, like the volume, the market volume, things of the sort, all accounted for here, it's a lot easier for me to say, okay, yes, $2.59. That's if it goes up and it actually happens. And it shows here in the order book as well. So I can compare orders. I can pretty much hedge my bet just like I would with any other cryptocurrency or any other sports bet or anything like that.
This is awesome.
Yeah. And, you know, it gives you
I
the
got a friend
rules.
that's gonna love this.
Oh, yeah, it works very well. And it gives you all of the rules and things of the
I'm
sort
that
for how
friend
this
too.
platform works too. But that's pretty much what I'm exploring right now. I'm trying to see what it's like to add, see if we can add our own, you know what I'm saying, predictions and stuff of the sort. You feel me?
Yes.
But yeah, they got
That's
rewards.
awesome. So that's like
rewards.
educated betting.
It's educated betting. It's kind of like what's that
All the
called?
sports, all the people that like do play sports bets and shit. Oh, they
Yeah,
should jump
yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
It's like that. It's
Like a
exactly like that.
blockchain
They're gonna love
FanDuel or
that.
something.
Well, probably not, because they got to be educated on something other than sports.
Right. And if they are, then there's different things like this entire
Now
quick
that's
navigation
awesome.
page. It has Alpha. They have their own token as well. So the Alpha Arcade has a token. They have
Cool.
liquidity providers that they go over.
What chain is it on?
This is on Algorand. This is all on Algorand.
Oh shit, really?
Powered
Oh,
by
that's
Algorand.
badass.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Powered by
That's
Algorand right
beautiful.
there. All systems operational, and they have their social media links
How
too.
did
So
I
if
not
anybody
know
wants to
about
check it
this?
out, do their own due diligence, of course. Oh, this is a good one. Will the U.S. leave NATO by
This
June 30th? Oh wow. Okay.
leave NATO.
Yeah, it's a lot of conversation
Ooh.
pieces.
Oh, yeah, Trump might try some shit, huh?
You guys think so? And these are things that we can
I don't know.
gamify. Yeah,
That's
but
I doubt it,
that's
man.
yeah, this is pretty much all of the
Nah,
rewards
it's
pages
still
and stuff. But that's
platform.
what I wanted to share with you
That
guys.
is that's really fire.
All right, let
So
me go back.
anybody else got anything cool they want to share?
No, I share mine on Web3 Saturdays.
Yeah, right. Hey, she does us like that every time, don't she, Naeem? She's like, nah,
Yeah.
you want me? If you want me to tell you about it, you're gonna show up to the class. I ain't saying shit.
And honestly, that's how I'm feeling with these MVPs, these minimum viable segments, these customer avatars. If you guys would like to learn more, come to member services. We talk about it pretty much
Right.
exclusively there. We don't even talk about DeFi too much. But if you want to learn more about DeFi, join WealthWave, join Block Cycle Labs. We're here. We're talking about it. We're here for you. Come get some support.
Right. It's the
I
network, man. That's really what we got.
Yeah. I mean,
And
what
it's the only place
I
you're
got
gonna get it
going
to.
on is you know what I mean, all back end stuff for Block Cycle and Wealth Wave stuff. So you
You
know what
wanna
that is.
you wanna share your screen and like just show some of this shit you've been working on? Because you really have been working on some fire shit this weekend. I wish I would have had more time to really like get in there with you because
I gotta see
you was
that rug
cooking.
pull simulator
Man, what it's fire.
for sure. I
Oh,
gotta learn how more
Yeah.
of that work.
oh,
I mean, when we get on another call, I have to pull it up for you because I ain't on my I'm not on
okay. All
my
right.
laptop right now. But besides
Yeah,
that,
we
man,
definitely need to hit that up.
we definitely gonna be setting up some things for the record label too, so we can start getting the
Yes.
music, the MFTs rolling. You know what I mean? I came across some tools for
Yeah.
royalties and stuff like that. So you know, everything is going looking
Hey,
real
we
good.
did kind of manage to go over that yesterday a little bit on the Wind Tools, kind of creating the NFT on Wind Tools. I got to touch on it a little. It's a lot of shit you can do with that with the changeable data. You can add like extras, you can add like shit to the metadata, and then it's got the rarity qualities and things. So if you're going to create an NFT, you could set these rarity qualities that are specific, to that particular, you know,
Ooh. And actually, since we
NFT.
got JoJo in here too, we got JoJo, Miss Turner, we got Walt in here for sure. All right.
Yeah,
So next NFT Tuesday, y'all, I think that one of the things that we ran across, like as we were trying to pull up examples of what these NFTs look like, we should have just went to the Meta Environmental Exchange, honestly.
yes,
So
yeah,
next time we run it or anything of the sort, we could definitely use that as an example, as JoJo typically does in Tuesdays as well. But I feel like spending some time learning how to navigate the site a little bit also allow us to place where the MFTs are going to go, right? In terms of like a lot of people
yeah.
ask
Because
me,
she's already put the work in on that too.
yeah,
As a matter of fact, don't you got an artist out there in Costa Rica, don't you, JoJo?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's already recorded some tracks and shit too.
Five. So I was just telling Josh the other day, we already got 5 songs ready. I set up my Soulful Tunes NFD domain so that I could start printing out my MFTs. The goal is to have us all have our own NFD domain with a parent, not a domain that got a parent already. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be its own
Right.
so that you could be able to create subscriptions. We're gonna use Subtopia on the Algorand network to create subscriptions so that people can basically it's like this. We selling MFTs, we creating we putting and creating NFTs for the music. So if you have our segment, you get your free, I don't know, a free song track a month
Well,
type.
like so many. Yeah, yeah. I like that. That's cool.
But if you bought the subscription, you're not able to be marketed by us. You're able to get the free.
That's that man. I talked about that the other day, and that does solve that. I love that because I was like, we can have it like a platform where people can just come that wants to listen to music, right? I was like, but we also need to have like to where someone who's a creator and an artist, like they can be like, all right, I got a subscription, but not like no consumer subscription. Like I'm a creator. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's okay. Well, now that's perfect. I like that.
like I was saying, it'll give you the ability to have limited time or unlimited access. And that way they can still, if you have the segment, you still get the free music airdrops. But if you don't have, if you have the segment and you have the membership, you get the ability to be part of the event. Say we have I don't know, an online event that all the musical artists come out and show live recordings or whatever it is that we're doing. They're able to attend that freely and whatnot. It's just whatever you want to put it together with. Mine's gonna be called Soulful Tunes. I'm only gonna have soulful music. Now, when I say soulful, I don't mean like jazz and stuff. I mean like music that's actually adding and increasing the soul, mind, and body. Not so much as talking about money, not so much, none talking about booty clap cheeks. Or
Right.
Right.
dang, there goes my favorite songs. I'm just playing.
Ah.
all that. But one of us,
Honestly, I agree with that really because bro, those frequencies. If y'all don't know what's going on, that's exactly why you stuck in the situation that you're in, right? If you ain't vibrating right, you ain't gonna elevate. If
And
you
the
ain't trying
fact
to
that
hit a higher frequency, you ain't gonna vibrate higher.
it's
So you
tied
want
to
run. I
what you listen
promise
to.
you, when I run around listening to Gucci and Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? You already knew what I wanted to do. It's stupid shit.
What's
Right?
that song? What's
Like,
that song? Trying to catch me riding dirty. That song has gotten me
yes.
more tickets than any other song.
Right. Put that
Terrible.
song on and get pulled over.
Real
That's how it
spill,
works,
man.
really. No,
That's
we
real
joking, but
swift.
that's real shit.
Oh,
That's real
actually,
swift.
y'all, how do you guys feel about the you guys ever heard of the music group called Jungle?
I have not.
Oh boy,
No.
oh boy. Now talk about some soulful tunes. Let me know what you guys think about that because it's kind of like an indie, like a 1940s,
Okay, man.
50s indies vibe to it, but they got all of the high quality synthesizers and things of the sort. Like it's a song called Back on 74 by Jungle, and that's really how I got my introduction to them. But it's like it's real feel good music. They're not even necessarily talking about anything. They're just talking about having a good time, walking the streets, you know what I'm saying, linking up with friends, things of the sort. But there's a lot more creativity that you can have in that genre than, let's say, in rap. Because in rap, it's only a few different types that's really popping that people really want to listen to already. And I feel like you kind of create your own lane, like with Christian rap, for example, Caleb Gordon. You know what I'm saying? People of the sort.
Hey, you know what? We got a Christian artist this on the label. Really.
And this is one of those things,
He
man.
is
We got
he
to get
is
these
yeah,
projects out.
yeah.
But
We
what
got
I'm
to
saying
get.
It's crazy.
is
It's
that we
crazy.
all have basically we our own genre. So each one of us would be basically our own type of genre. I'm doing soulful tunes, soulful music. Chris could be doing rap. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna be hitting all kind of shit. I mean, I'm gonna do the rap and hip hop, but I definitely got to hit some R&B, and I'll be fucking with some pop music too. Really, while y'all bullshitting.
What? All right, Chris. Let
Hey,
me put some
honestly,
pop
when I'm in the
music, bro.
gym, a lot of times if I'm in the gym, I got the headphones on, right? They probably look at me, they see all the tats and shit. They probably thinking like I'm over there listening to like some Metallica or some heavy metal Slayer shit. Probably more than likely, it's probably got like some Taylor Swift or like some Justin Bieber or something playing. It's that beat or something. That's what'll get me. I'll just hit the beat or whatever. As long as I got that rhythm and that beat and that like that frequency, that vibe, bro, I'll be killing it over there hitting bench presses like a motherfucker.
And that's what I've been
Listening to
learning
like some
too with
Taylor
making
Swift.
music. Like
Yeah, I
producer
love it, man.
secrets, that beat, that cadence, that harmonic
Mm-hmm.
flow, that
The
balance you have in the
808.
music. Yes,
Why you think
indeed.
back in the day the tribes would all get together and they beat those big ass drums in unison, right? Because it's a larger frequency. There's more people vibrating. There's more, and they would do it ceremoniously, right? There's a reason for that,
yeah. And like I'm
and there's
saying,
also a reason why when you break that shit up, this kind of society happens.
I'm
So
saying of our own part in the MFTs. And what I like to do is, oh, I've already started it. I'm just waiting on y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Once y'all get yourselves together, all you really need is your NFD domain and start minting your music on there. I don't care if it's your music or you working with somebody else to mint their music on your segments, your NFDs. We're gonna take each one of them and we're gonna put you basically an artist picture and your title or whatever you want to call it, access button to each one of ours. So say it's five of us, each one of us got our picture, pretty much like they do Spotify. People click and say, I want to check out this person's. So say they checking out my soulful tunes, they click it, goes to my NFT domains where I have all my NFTs listed because it's gonna be all music NFTs. Excuse me. And so therefore they'll be able to pick the music that they want. The people who don't have a segment gotta buy the NFTs. If you do have a segment, you do have to buy NFTs, but you get an option every month to get a free one. So it's not just I have a segment, I don't get nothing with it. It's I have a segment, I get free song every day. I mean every month, but I also can purchase songs. So that's the will be like the plus for having a segment.
So
Uh,
literally, like
on
with this aspect here, right? So you'll be able to access your segments, your assets that your segment holds. And this is a block cycle segment. So this is a part of the Block Cycle Labs whole ecosystem, and you can see where I clicked it from here. This is my profile page, but this is the Block Cycle segment here, right? So anytime you have somebody that wants to join you, if let's say they want to access your MFTs, they'd be able to go here and they would see all of the other people that are also part of that same cycle. But let's say you click on somebody specific, and like I said, this is the member services NF domain. This is mine, and you can see the specific assets that I hold and what it grants me access to here. So if somebody says, yeah, I want to create MFTs, or I got MFTs, and you don't see them in this area, or they're not listed or anything of the sort, you can know for a fact that they're not affiliated, and you can trace all of this back. So if it goes back to blockcyclelabs.algo or blockcycle.algo or wealthwave.algo, since we'll be, you know what I'm saying, really pushing the label through here, boom. And you'll be able to go ahead and do the same thing, looking at the segments, all of the people that own a segment, a WealthWave segment, as well as the assets and some of the new creations. For example, Chris got some stuff in here that I wasn't even aware of. The membership, the level 6 NFTs, how to go ahead, what that actually signifies within the school, and then Perusalum as well, another community partner. They also have NFTs. And you can see that these NFTs could be anything from just the logo, the token ticker, logo for the token. So this is Sandman AI. It could be like a whatchamacallit, like a regular picture you're used to seeing with NFTs, or it can actually have an additional function where I'm not sure if it's gonna let me pull all of this up, but long story short, you can offer products and services. This is another one of the partners stretching hands. Go ahead and go through.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bro, they got so much amazing stuff going on.
From
Like,
memberships.
me and Waltz
badge.
told them both, like, bro, all you need to do is just get out there. You just got to get people listening. Like, you've already done everything, right? It's like this man has got like 100 acres in Belize donated to the nonprofit, right? Literally, Shine, the artist, bad, like he works with the nonprofit. Like, dude's
The
got
work is already
some
done. It's
really-
the eyes, right? So I feel like it's the quality of the people. So you want to have people that you know are going to interact and get the value,
Mhm.
right? And there's a
This
lot
man
of
works
different ways
with
you
the
can do that.
government of Belize directly. Like they, you know what I'm saying, negotiate with them to, you know.
Exactly. Well,
It's
like, so
crazy.
that's my thing, right? The incentives behind that. Why would a government, why would a country, why would a
Right.
nation state, whatever the case may be, why would even a city get behind a project that's running off of or utilizing DeFi or crypto in any way, shape, or form? Especially when it was like everybody was so against it the last 4 or 5 years. Now we have executive orders being signed relevant to it. Now I'm not hearing those people make corrections to themselves, but they are exploring their
Yeah.
options now, right?
Right. Larry Fink ain't said nothing. Obviously, he's just, well, yeah, we just own all the Bitcoin now. I know I said it was bullshit for years, but
Yeah, and everybody's like,
we
yeah,
just own
okay,
it all
cool.
now.
I guess we should buy some
And everybody's
Bitcoin.
like, oh, yeah, cool. Nothing to see here.
Right. And I feel like it's
And
really
then
understated.
confiscated Bitcoin. You know what I mean? They didn't buy more. Just know that.
Hey,
And let's
yeah.
talk about that, because they were talking about they could. I was reading an article. They were talking about they were trying to find they pretty much had the keys. They were trying to find an access point to the progenitor wallet. So Satoshi Nakamoto.
Mhm.
They were like, yeah, if we can go ahead and release that, then we can go ahead and distribute it fairly. Ain't no way it's gonna
But
get
here's something
nitty-gritty to the top
that's
holders.
strange. Just as that you touched on that, we went from music to, you know, major economics. But
Facts.
okay, I know I sit there and I watch the guy build the algorithm and everything to start generating like the seed phrases and everything to Bitcoin wallets. And it literally was unlocking like old Bitcoin wallets. Like I was sitting there watching, I was like, holy shit, man. It really kind of scared me because I was like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? But that's another reason why I love Algorand, because it's way more secure, faster too, bro. Oh my god,
Facts.
bro!
I
You
feel
know, on
like
that block bag, that shit made me so mad, bro. Because you had to wait forever, and then it would cost me $30 just to be able to buy $100. You know, like if I wasn't making such a huge return on it, like I'd have been like, the hell with this, and it still got on my nerves.
fair enough.
Algorand, so boom. But anyway, like, um. Man, I lost track of what I was about to say. You were talking about what was it, Josh? Damn,
Well, I
let me get my
mean,
attention.
you brought it up, the fact that Bitcoin is so now it's started to become one of those things that yes, it's grandfathered in, but people have the technology to interact with it on a higher scale. Like when it first came out, it was impossible because people didn't have the know-how to access wallets and generate
Oh,
feed phrases and stuff.
the wallet.
But now Algorand is so secure to the point where it's built upon Bitcoin, right? So these are people that looked over the code, saw some of the areas that it could have been infiltrated, and fixed the areas that they understood
Right.
while still pushing for innovation in these same subject matters. So now that they have peers, like I don't look at all of these other blockchains as competition. Like BlockDAG, I still rock with them, even though they slower than Algorand. Solana, rock with it. Ethereum, I rock with all of them, but I won't use all of them because they have different use cases. And knowing where you're at and knowing what's relevant to you really allows you to make a better, how should I say, a better analysis when you're doing your research. So I feel like because this is like educational based, we're only pushing for you to do your own due diligence, and we're giving you some of those things that we're looking at from experience to really provide those tools and kind of set you off in the right path. And if you really would like to learn more or interact with some of the projects that we're building using the same information, that's why you should join the ecosystem. That's where you should join
Yeah.
the ecosystem, rather.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Okay, and I
And
remember
it's
the
cheap
point
and
too.
affordable and fast. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely cheap and affordable. It's like less than a penny to trade instead of $3. Okay, the wallet thing, that's what I was getting on, and I got sidetracked with the security of Algorand and everything. But yeah, so if I watched them unlock Bitcoin wallets. So all of this, like, oh, we got the wallet and we're working on breaking into, like, what? No, come on, you're the government. You got the address, you got to see, like, no, they would have been done being in it. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I think too.
I know for a fact because I sit here and watch the man do it. It literally, he just said it, and the shit just started doing it itself, generating codes, oh, got one unlocked. And I was
Right.
like,
So
whoa,
if
what?
it's hitting the streets to the point where we can interact with it, you would already see that's
Yeah,
the
come
thing,
on,
right?
bro. This dude did that in his basement. You know what I'm
This is the
saying?
thing, right? With the
And he's
information
not.
though.
He definitely don't work for nobody special.
It's so
I was
decentralized
like,
to the
oh,
point where like we will have areas in the government, like if they're not properly training themselves, we will have areas in the government that just don't know about certain chains and certain assets because it fluctuates so much. If we don't put AI on that, then I could see that becoming a bigger thing. And that's why I think AI education and then also crypto education right now. That's why I think
that's
it's
the
so
thing.
big.
Education and general knowledge. That's where everybody thinks that crypto's a scam for like a couple reasons, right? One, either they did get scammed, right? Which does happen, and those assholes suck, but they're literally doing that everywhere. There's credit card
Auctions,
scammers.
real
There's
estate,
the banks. They literally, they
car
scam you every
dealerships,
day. Car
literally.
dealerships, like that. I mean,
Life
that's
is a
worse,
walking
bro.
scam.
They sell that note 15 times, like it's crazy. Um, and
It's
then
only real
newspapers.
when it works for multiple people in a community. So I feel like
Yeah, so
education
scams
is good.
everywhere. But the other thing is you're not educated. Right? Like, of course. So you go in here and you don't know that to look at stable value in an asset or something. So you go in and you buy this coin because it's got a huge, price tag or whatever. It has no value in it. And then, some gets sold and you lose a bunch of money. And of course, you're going to go tell everybody it was a scam. You didn't even know what the hell happened. You said, I bought this and then I lost all my money.
Yeah,
Right?
I've
So
been having consultations
you
where I
don't
say, okay,
don't
if
invest
you've
in
ever
anything.
lost
You don't.
money, walk me through it, right? I say, walk me through how you remember losing bread. And then
Mhm.
we pointed out and we showed different ways that we mitigate it with some of the information that they've typically already seen. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've already seen all of this information we go over, all you need to do is have that connection point in terms of how to apply it. So that way it's more
Yes.
functional for you. You feel me?
Honestly, it's so much easier for people that, like, if you have like done any type of interaction with crypto at all, and if you felt like you had gotten scammed, definitely come holler at us. Because if you got any idea of how it already works, because first of all, we're not going to try to push you on a product first. We're going to literally get you in the school. So know what the hell you're doing first, and then we'll talk about like some services or some products or like maybe something that we're selling or offering. But like I don't even want to do business with you if you don't know how to do business, right? So personally, me myself, I don't want to like involve any type of money with someone that's not educated on what the hell we're about to do with it. That's just too many problems for me, and I don't need it. Right. So, like, I
That makes
want you
more
to know what
sense.
you're doing first and foremost. And that's the object. That's the whole goal here. None of us did this shit with the intention of becoming rich. None of us like, what we're gonna do? We're gonna do all this and we're gonna make a bunch of money off of it and da 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 da. Like, I was already, if money was the motive, I was already doing that. Right. I was already making money, and I didn't have to talk to really very many people at all.
This is understandable. I see what you're saying. And this is one of those things where it's like, if I was thinking in millions, now I just have access to billions. those millions are a little bit more attainable, right? So it's like now I can apply it, but like you said, where people are uneducated, that's why I brought up Twitter the other day when we were talking, like getting back on Twitter and getting back into the spaces where individuals, I mean, yeah, you got to pay to post. If you're not premium, you got a certain little character count, but it makes you watch your words. So I look for the accounts, honestly, that are still free, that are talking about some information relevant to what I'm researching or getting into. And then I also look at some of the videos. Like I try to start it off short. I give me like all the introduction videos, the 2 minute, 3 minute, and then I'll decide if I want to watch long form. You know what I'm saying? But if it's
I
AI
got
generated,
spoiled on
I'm not
the
into it.
premium Twitter. I ain't gonna
You said
lie.
what happened?
I said I got spoiled with the premium Twitter. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty convenient.
Yeah, with the Twitter Spaces too,
Yeah,
man.
honestly, and I'm loving the Zoom, dude. But
Oh
I do that
yeah,
too. I do a lot of times. I'll try everything for free first, just because, right? Like, I mean, the thing about investing and making money and building, like wealth and things like that, that's where you're going to do it. It's not going to be no huge decision. It's not going to be sometimes it will come down to like a major decision that kind of puts you or is like the catalyst to it. But most of the time it's going to come from all these small, minute details, the little everyday things, the little decisions, the little pennies that you save here ends up hundreds next year. Like,
that's
oh
interesting.
shit. I just
That's
we
a
need to
book
put that
from
in the phone.
it's a book called Atomic Habits, and they talk about that too. Kind of like micro learning, right? So if we take from a business standpoint, time blocking. So you're taking different things. You're seeing how long it takes you to complete a task. If it takes you 30 minutes to set up a Zoom and have a call, whatever the case may be, if you can complete that same thing, the end result, that end objective in 20 minutes or 15 minutes, that gives you more time to do other things in the day. And I feel like those small atomic habits,
Right.
the small things you do, like kind of like what we talk about
Well,
when sowing a seed, right? Like if you're giving
mhm.
positive energy and you're reciprocating these things in the small ways and even the things that people don't see, right? Then it's a little bit easier for it to be something that's genuine or held up. So I feel like with the content that we take in, I look for
Mhm.
authenticity for sure, but I really look for originality. Like, okay,
Yes.
even if you acknowledge that this information is out there, ain't nobody teaching it like this. Nobody really wants to, you feel me,
Right.
structure it together and make sure that these things are falling in place. And the reason why is because
Nobody's gonna take the time to
yeah,
do this. Right. But
value
we did.
of it.
I know that's what's crazy. That's what honestly I joined a million groups and hated all of them. And then like we hit Block Cycle Labs up and it was just the energy, bro. I was like, you know what, I'm all in with this. Because like
I've only joined
really
three
what
groups
got
in
me
my
is the
life.
way Walt made me in the beginning. It's like, bro, we talk every day. I'm on the phone with this man. And if I really had a question about like something DeFi related or any like if it was really something that I didn't know that I was struggling with or whatever, I'd be on the phone with him talking to him about it. And he would say, bro, go post it in school. He would make me go post that shit in the school first, right? So and every time we get to talk, I was like, damn, you see how much money we made this week? He'd be like, well, it's about the teaching, right? It's about I was like, yeah, you're right. Shit. So every time it was so that just and then shit, look what happened. Shit
Right,
took
right.
off.
And that's what another thing, right? A lot of people are now looking at the speculative things that we have launched. So I want to let people know, like all of it is through the education, which starts off. You can look
Yeah,
on
man.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We really got it so you can learn how to earn before you even get in tune. So if you already understand folks finance, for example, private banking, or how to interact with that ecosystem, do your own due diligence. Just
Yes.
type it in. It's in your URL, and then boom, we'll be able to go from there. I'm gonna ask you too. Now that's another thing. I'm gonna start screening
Yeah.
people in terms of like, hey, have you checked out? Do you know what this is?
Yeah. Have you even looked at the Facebook? Have you even like do you know anything about right?
And then if
I just
not,
talked with
we can start
the
that.
I talked with the dude that with getting the house and everything, and he was like, yeah, there's talked to a buddy of mine, and he was saying something about this. He was like this old kind of country dude. He couldn't remember what it was. He finally texted back just now. He was like, yo, it's XRP. Yeah, that's what he said it was XRP. And it
There
was
we
just like
go.
and this dude's
Yeah,
got rental
I've been hearing a
properties
lot
and
about
like
it
all
too.
kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't even know what XRP was. He was like, I can't remember the name of it. It's something, something, something.
Real
XRP, bro.
spill.
Even people that don't know about crypto know what XRP is. Dude, that's honestly, you got to think about that. That's a huge deal, man. If they win that lawsuit with the SEC, you know what that means?
Yeah, just like what they declared or they tried to come out for being a security when they came back the
Yeah,
crypto
that's what I'm
space.
saying. Yeah, when that is all finalized, dude, if they win, bro,
Did y'all see what
I
I
mean,
posted? What the comptroller said about it, about them or whatever? I forgot what they said, but they
uh,
kind of like backing off.
I didn't see that. Interesting.
wonder
Put
why.
it on Facebook or the school.
I think I
Wonder
put
why.
it in the Facebook community.
Bet. Finna check that out.
You know, it like I don't care about any like Walt says, I ain't married to any of these currencies except the ones that I like directly control and everything, you know.
Or
Um, but but I'm still paying attention to what everybody else is doing. And if you're not investing in XRP, I don't know what you got going on.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If anybody does have previous or current experience in different currencies and different asset classes, we would love to work with you in terms of distributing and getting tokens out. Because our main thing is decentralized, not only understanding but use cases, right? So if you have a project that you want to go ahead and start building, we do have some things that's already in place. We got a little preference or whatever the case may be, but put us on and we'll put you on. We'll see. We go tit for tat. You feel me? If you're able to get something done on the chain of your preference, and we're able to get something done, or whatever the case may be, subjective as it needs to, we'll be able to make some things work. So just post on Twitter, post on YouTube. If you already do something, get some content out and send it to us. Matter of fact, we would love to see it.
Yeah, yeah, facts. Honestly, we got a whole network of people that can do anything.
This is facts.
Right. So if it's finance related, we got you. If you're trying to do stocks, we got you, bro. If you're trying to look into tax liens, we got you. What else? If you need trust and shit administered, we got you. If you need basic DeFi knowledge and education, we got you. If you already know what's going on with DeFi and you need to like advance that, like maybe you're trying to create your own token, we got you there. Right. Like maybe you want to start looking into some of the utilizations of like NFTs in like real world assets and things of like tokenization, existing businesses and shit like that, we got you for sure, right? And then you heard what we was talking about earlier. We literally are already launching a record label. We've already got multiple artists. And a matter of fact, me and Naeem's already, bro. You swagged the hell out of that beat. I let Josh listen to it.
well, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, y'all cooking with
bro.
grease.
Hey, is that shit not so far? And I just made this beat last night. That shit's so dope.
Hey, I'm just say this. Look, just mix and master, man. Leave it as is. Just like
You think?
keep going. Just build that
Yeah, yeah.
chemistry, man.
Hey, look, Naeem, what you think? I was thinking like we're gonna like no hook that shit, right? So just write it, and we'll just back and forth it, just like we did, right?
All right. I mean, I'm with it. I don't care. You know, that's just like one of my things, man. I do that.
I know.
Real smooth.
What I forget how he said it. I remember when like I told him when I first listened because shit like like the account like had me logged out or some shit like I couldn't get in it, and then I finally was able to like clear out all the fucking data and shit, and then like reinstall it, and it was like, all right, boom, it's all back. I was like, thank God. But I finally got to listen to it, and I like text back or something. I was like, bro,
So
this
could you
shit's
tell
so
me a little
dope. I
bit
said, you
about that?
swagged the hell out of that beat, and he said, yeah. He said, I do that every time.
How'd you
Well, I
make
try
that?
to do that
How'd you make
every
that
time.
beat, Chris? Could you tell me a little bit more about that? Because a lot of people be thinking that
Oh yeah,
it's
bro,
rocket
shit. We made that shit on BandLab, real shit,
real
for free,
spill for
for
free.
free, for absolutely free, bro. And if you ain't look, all right, hold on, let me see. Now this is what I'm saying. This is what I just this right here gonna show y'all something. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all people, bro. Y'all think all this shit is so hard to do. It's really not that hard to do.
Drop it in the chat, Chris. Look, drop it in the
I'm
chat.
trying to I'm gonna get this I'm gonna get the thing to swap over. Like
Matter
to
of
the
fact,
pin.
because we are live on Facebook too. That's what I'm trying to see.
Yeah,
If I
yeah,
can go on
exactly.
Facebook and drop some, that'd be dope.
Let me see.
All right, I'm gonna play the role of a moderator. So anybody who want to be a moderator too, my goodness.
And you know, with BandLab, you know, we can download the individual stems. You feel what I'm saying? Download the stems, and then you would like upload the stems into eMaster. You feel what I'm saying? To get a real good mix on your vocals. You feel what I'm saying? To export
Yeah.
it back out, put it back in.
Let's see.
I
It's
Yes,
not
mean,
sir.
doing the little thing usually. You know how it'll let you switch from the computer to the to the phone when you log on to the thing. It's the Zoom workplace app. It's not letting me do it right now for some reason.
Okay.
when you log into your laptop, it should ask you to switch. There should be a button
Yeah,
that says switch.
I'm on the laptop now, and I'm trying to hit it back to the phone, but it ain't letting me. I was just gonna like show it. Anyway, the point being is like
Just
I'm
shut
in
the
a recording
laptop
studio.
down. That's it. Just close it or something.
Oh shit, that's right. Because if I just close it out here, it automatically goes back to the phone, right?
Okay. That's dope.
I think. Wait.
It's in 100. So I'm learning more about these stars on Facebook and Facebook Pixel and things
Yeah,
of
hey,
the
it's
sort.
really fine.
Yeah, it's actually interesting.
But anybody got any more questions on you know, internet marketing or anything like that? Web3, anything? Just clear up some fog or whatever.
For sure. For sure. Actually, with these NFTs and things of the sort, I also have some physical products and I'm thinking about doing it in bulk. So we went over it in Win Tools, right? So I'm a photographer by trade.
Nah, I didn't know. I'm in school for my associates for digital photography myself, so
Oh, that works out. You feel me? I actually did a little 8 month program, the Illinois Media School, 9 month in reality. But outside of that, the editing I've been laid back on. I've been mainly doing like pictures of products and doing small video shoots, things of the sort, photo shoots, and then because it's less editing. So now that we have different teams that can handle that capacity, I'm thinking about offering sets. I want to market, you feel me, NFTs with my sets because I'm already selling under the current market price. So it's like $10 a set for products that are worth like $30.
yeah. Hey, do that. I see you got the soap.
Yup, soap and deodorant, Dr. Sasquatch. So and then I also have some Dr. Bonners as well. So male and female Dr. Sasquatch, if people don't know, it's 98% organic materials, you feel me? And it's different grains for different skin types. It's also able to help you out with, you feel me, your pH as a guy. It's formulated for guys. And then the Dr. Bonners is more so formulated for female pH balances and things of the sort, also all natural. Um, and yeah, these are things that we're doing just to keep it going in the ecosystem.
Oh yeah, and to touch on that, that's what usually what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So if you follow me, Naeem Boyd, Mazi Mako, the Joke, or whatever, I'm usually showing people the how to get into our ecosystem, free ways. I do airdrops with Sandman AI or whatever, so y'all can learn how to get your Para wallet set up, go into Adapt and stake an asset, opt in and stuff like that, so y'all can get the feel of those type of things, you know, and kind of cut a learning curve. And I kind of do that stuff live sometimes, so you can tune in on that.
I'm back.
Real spill, and this is facts. And I was thinking off that, Mozzie. We got soaps that are specific grit, and they do actually have a little bit of sand in there because it actually helps cleanse skin and helps get into the pores and kind of release it. Like you know what I'm saying?
Y'all got
Natural
a studio?
succulent on the Real
I
Studio
bet.
setup. So I was thinking, like with Sandman AI, we could do some branding around that on certain sets. You feel me?
Yeah. I'm about to roll out some Sandman gear. You feel what I'm saying? To be honest, you know what I mean. So I can like make that some stakeable gear.
Can
Real
y'all see my
spill.
screen?
Yep.
Okay, boom. So
The same
I'm gonna have
idea
to
that I
do it
was
the way
thinking
we
about
did
with
it.
the wealth wave. You know what I mean? Just like I see like they're not getting no activity. So if I could turn them into like stakeable gear, like with the hat or something like that, then you know,
Boom.
people buy the hat, people buy the gear, then go get the you know what I mean, get the NFT to it, stake
Oh,
it,
there
and
we go.
then they drop the coin, then it'll be active. You feel what I'm saying? And the coin
So here
start
we go.
moving again.
Got the whole studio up and running now, right? Boom, it's good to go. And I just got these touchscreen monitors. These just fire. They twist and all kind of shit, right? Boom, all that shit. And then really, I still got to put the padding up, but this shit actually works, bro. That vocal booth, that shit is actually dope. It works, and it looks kind of cool, really. You know what I mean? If I could get it right. Right. Anyway, I set this shit up for the little girls, bro, because they always be talking about want to go to the beach and shit. So I set them up a little, a little beach thing. But I actually I built that fucking bar by hand. Like that's pretty cool.
On the roof.
That's what it is. From the muscle, boy.
Boom. Yeah, real shit. I did all this. Bro, look, I got it all documented. I'm feeling it's almost done, right? Now that it ain't flooded no more, I gotta clean all this shit up. But you know what I'm saying? Like we done did the whole thing, bro. And that's that, bro. That little motherfucker right there. Anyway,
Yeah, so
Just
real
sitting
quick.
on it.
I'm in the studio, literally. This is where and I still use BandLab. I literally still use BandLab because it's easy, it's simple. It's like I can literally record a song right here in the studio, right? I could do it professionally, like with a better software, Fruity Loops, and I got like a bunch of them actually. With a real vocal booth that's a fire ass mic. That ain't no cheap ass mic, bro. That's like a Shure 58 mic. That shit is dope. I'm gonna send you that mic too, Josh. But I can literally get onto my BandLab account and go to my BandLab, and I can be working on my shit. I can invite an artist like in a different state or country or whatever to my BandLab project, right? And so when they log on to their BandLab account, they're going to have access to my project that I'm working on, and they can go in and edit, record, do whatever they need to do and save that shit, right? And so the next time I log into my shit and go to my BandLab, guess what? Their verses on there or their vocals or, you know, their beat or whatever it is on there. That's just really dope. And it's free. Now, if you want to pay like the subscription, you get all kind of extra ass shit. That's way worth it. But like y'all can literally be doing a lot of this shit for free. You can learn about, matter of fact, you can learn about most of, well, you can't learn what we teach for free unless you come to the school, and then you can. Right?
Yeah, or
This is
following
really,
us personally and seeing what we drop on our
yeah,
pages. You
exactly.
feel
We
I'm saying?
drop a lot of this shit. Like you could literally just go back and look through our posts and lives and shit like that and find everything that you need.
If you want to catch JoJo, you gotta catch her in class though.
Yeah, she ain't playing no games. JoJo is not dropping shit for free, and better tune into the class.
My prices is on my page. You can check it out. Eric Alexander. You feel me? Eric Alexander.
Yeah.
You'll see me in the suit.
Yeah,
But
honestly, if you want my personal time, you can pay for that shit. Really.
Yeah, you know, my
'Cause we done did a
consultation
lot
is
of this shit for
$100.
free.
You can go through the links.thenationofmozzie.com and go in there, drop your email in, apply for a consultation.
I'm DM only.
Yeah, I'm kind of working off of consulting and just word of mouth, really, like private clients, basically. But you know, that's how
I
that
got
works.
all this consulting stuff from Josh.
Yeah.
Walt,
Yeah, I mean, bro, we
you feel
should
what I'm
like.
saying? Like,
Here's the thing,
I'm
you
the
know.
guy. I'm the artist turned DeFi turned activist turned everything. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I chose to name the joke. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right with it. These is
Can y'all
facts.
hear
Man.
that? I don't know if the speakers are coming through.
It's showing that you're on your photo app, Chris.
Come on,
Are
what?
you- It's showing that you're sharing your screen. Are you in Zoom? Wait.
Yeah, man. No,
Yeah.
actually, I'm literally on my phone right now, but I'm on the Zoom, sharing the screen through the camera. Like, so I had to get
Okay.
creative with it because I don't know the shit would like it wouldn't let me do that. So I was just showing everybody the fucking the studio. Because the point I was making was like I'm in a fucking real recording studio that I personally run, and I still use BandLab sometimes because it's easy and it works. Can y'all hear the shit?
No.
What?
We can hear
No.
you.
Can
We
you
can
hear
hear
the
you.
music?
Can't hear
No.
the music though.
You can't. What about now?
No.
No.
Not working.
Put the link in the Oh no, it's not
The
dropped yet.
BandLab.
Yeah, never mind. It
I
wouldn't.
could probably do this though. I could probably get back.
It ain't dropped yet. Drop a snippet, Chris. That's another thing we got to put out, so these NFTs can have some functionality as well. You feel me? MFTs, I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
bro.
put
That's
them.
right. We coined that
I
shit.
put some little. I put like a little animation together sometimes. You know what I mean? Well, that's why I'm gonna be dropping the MFTs. They're gonna have like a little animation to go with them.
Right?
Okay.
That's, I'm dropping those with mine. Like music video. So like the music video gonna go with the downloadable access for the song, and the ones I give away for just be like a gift or something. You know, it may not be the actual videos, like the payable ones, the video footage. You feel me?
Right.
Then the ones I just put as like we each could have ones like that. Like I'm not trying to give away my good music that I'm putting a lot of work in for free for the monthly subscriptions or the segment holders. But for the ones that do got segment holders, I'm giving them a snippet, a preview. You know what I'm saying? Something that say thank you for having my segment.
Right. And that's what the airdrops, the little the clips animations is gonna be like for mine. You know what I mean? For buying them, and then I drop you like a snippet of my newest one that's coming. You get the animation for it.
Then we could take it even a step further. Like here's a sample. But I don't mean a sample of the song. I mean like an instrumental sample, a vocal sample. We could get into that level as well, because you know we got producers on the line too. People like
Yep.
producing music and whatnot. They may want
Y'all
to,
hear the music now?
and they may want a segment
Yeah.
of what instrumental, vocal, or something that you might have. That's also something you could actually put as an NFT, and they could just collect the NFT, download the sample, use it in their system, use it in their next song track. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Right. The acapellas and stuff like that, the single stems and stuff. Yeah, I got you. I'm following.
that'll give your NFTs more use case, because now it's like it's not just about the music. I'm buying his segment because he do samples for snares. I'm buying her segment because she does music videos. I'm buying his sample. I'm his segment because of he give away tickets with his NFTs. You know what I'm saying? It could be different things.
Right.
Not just limited to here's my song, because it's
Yeah, like a videographer, he can, sell presets. You know what I mean, to luxes and stuff like that. Yeah.
and that's what I wanted to go into. And like I was saying earlier, if we all can get our own NFD domain, I'll be able to just have a website on my website, have each one of us just there. And so we have one link to talk about. We don't gotta be like, go to so and so's NFD and then talk about their name. Hey, talk about
Cooking with grease. I see what you're saying.
so
Yeah.
the one like this is where we sell and host MFD domains, and you can have access to everything. Then from there, this on my website, they already gonna have the links to the schools, the links to what we got all going on within the network. It's all everything absolutely there, from blog cycle all the way to member services and in between. It's already there on the website. So we don't have to be like, I'm only promoting myself. Now we promoting each other at the same time. We gotta still need a space for people to go to that's not a bunch of different links. But because it's hard to repeat everybody's name correctly. None of us
Exactly. It's the network, bro. That's where we got.
That's why when I have a consultation or somebody hits me with something like as simple as a soap, I'm like, yeah, also you can help plant a tree, by the way, just by, you feel me, purchasing a soap.
Right.
And I'm like, really? How? I was like, if I have your interest at the first point where I can actually, you know what I'm saying, give you more information, then that's something that I definitely utilize to make sure that I give back. Because just off of a YouTube video I can send you is public domain. Boom. That like you can change the way that you invest or make advancements in the way that you invest and strategize with teams and different things of the sort. But that's a part of the consultant, and I feel like that's part of the creative works. So with one link, I feel like that's the ecosystem all in and of itself. And we do have segments. So we do have NFD domains with assets already in them. So I feel like a project where we're utilizing NFTs would definitely make it more functional, or you know what I'm saying, more, that's something that's instant access, right? So yeah, I rock with that idea, and we can go back and stake that directly on Block Cycle Labs.
Right on. I'm saying. I
Okay.
feel like that's the
I
killer's
hope I
the
didn't.
killer's most killer selling point that we have is that our products you can stake our products on our dApp. It's crazy. Walt
Yeah,
literally built
that's
an ATM, a
dope, bro. Shout
blockchain
out to Walt, bro.
ATM machine. It's what he wanted to do, and he built it. So
I know, bro. Well, it's quite. That's what I like. I be on the phone with him and shit, and I be like, you remember like talking about this shit a couple months ago? Like, shit, what do you think about doing this? What you think about doing that? And I was like, really? We done did all that shit. Like, done did all of it. Now we're already moving on to like think about what you think about doing this shit. Think we could do it? Like shit, here in another month, we're gonna be like, damn, we done did all that too. What's next? Everything we fucking talked about. Remember, me and Josh was talking about that the other day. It was like, I remember like a couple months ago, we'd be on the phone talking about some shit, and we'd be like, fuck it, man, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about something else. You know what I'm saying? And here it are, like now we done already not only talked about it, we done did it, put it in motion, and like we bored with it, moved on. Like before, we was like, I don't even know nothing about that shit. I don't even want to. Let's talk about something else. And
Yeah,
we done
on to
did
the
all.
next one. Let's be
It's
efficient.
like
Let's
it's
be
crazy,
efficient.
bro. And a lot of
My
that shit we
biggest
thought we
thing.
was dismissing, we was probably really like plotting in the head like how to really do it, but we was really acting like we wasn't paying no attention to it.
I had to learn a hard lesson off of that. I used to say I want to kill redundancy. I don't want to do it over and over again. But homie was like, sometimes it's just a matter of common practice, man. What if you don't do a flight check before you take off in your jet? Just as a matter of
Good
habit.
point.
I was like, dang. He was like, what you gonna do? Not put gas in the car? Cause you don't want to do it again? Wow, that's crazy. I'm like, all right,
Right.
bro.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. You put it like that. Shit. That routine, honestly, bro. It really is kind of it's a good thing. Bro, I'm the first one to not follow like procedure or guidelines or really anything. Like if I just don't do well with like somebody telling me what to do. You know what I'm
That's
I
why
don't
it's
saying?
gonna
think
be
I said I
interesting
But
to
don't
shit
see.
think
is
any of
necessary
us
to
on
have
this call
discipline and
really
routine
do
and
well with
structure.
protocol. I think we all going against the grain right now.
Right. Yeah. Like I perform my own thing, right? And just being real, my own thing is probably gonna be fucking better than your little systemized, structured way of doing it. Just being real. Like, so I'm gonna do it my way. But I'm gonna do it still in a structured way. I'm gonna still be organized with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't build anything if you're not fucking organized. It'll take you forever, right? We got a whole team of organized people that does their own fucking thing, their own way, and we all come together to make it our way, right? But we communicate, we like collaborate, we communicate is probably the biggest thing, right? Right.
This is facts. And I'm gonna have to head
Can
out,
I hear
y'all,
the
but
can you hear the
I
music?
appreciate y'all today.
Man, okay. Music.
It ain't gonna come through the speakers.
Blessings. I'm gonna send you some of the pictures, Naeem, and then Chris. We always building, man. Let me know what's going on, JoJo. I'm gonna respond right before I head out. World Domination Hours.
Yeah, you
All
gotta
right,
let me know what the dudes feel like too with the logos we sent them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my blonde CCU on the email real quick. Hold on. I
See what
got you.
on the putting the products and like
What you doing? What you doing?
You cutting out. Is it just me or could y'all hear?
No, I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat it, JoJo?
yeah, I was saying that on
No.
the event,
No, it's okay.
We still
I
didn't.
still can't hear you. You cutting out.
I don't know
She out
what
there in the jungle, bro.
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Now I can. Yes.
I said that I'm gonna be working on the website today, adding the products and services that we talked about to the website.
Okay.
Have a products and service page, just somewhere for us all to go to for our products, such as our soaps, our deodorants, and things that we all personally.
Oh yes. I also my sister she's a like a health coach, and she also does she's grows her own like herbs and microgreens and things like that, and then she also makes like her own soaps and products and things. I'm getting with her today actually. I think Shanae already like is working with her with like marketing and like kind of getting her social media things together. But I'm getting with her today about finding out like the inventory like per month, because with the soap she says like 3 weeks to cure and everything to like set the right way, because she does everything all natural and organic and shit. So it'll be like a uh monthly thing basically. So I'm gonna get with her today and find out exactly like the inventory for that, and so we'll have that too. We can list that on the Meta Environmental Exchange website. We can put it on the wealthwave.pro website and all that shit too.
We could
And
also
then we can also link all that shit together too, to where like you could just link the website to the other website through the hosting and shit, I think.
That's what I was doing. That's part of what I'm actually doing. Basically, if you need a picture of the product, and I need a payment button. Like I don't want
Well,
the
the Wealth Wave's got one. The Wealth Wave Pro's got, you can set up a pay link and everything. You can set up multiple ones. I just like have it just like got in there and just did it because I got so much shit going on.
yeah, so
Water heaters. And,
What type of payment button are you trying to set up? Are you good with like PayPal and all that stuff?
I mean, yeah, we can do all of that too, but I've actually got like a paid link through the website, right? So like they could just log on to the website and put their debit card or credit card into the website, and it'll just buy, we can list the digital products or the however it may be. You can set it up to like you could literally be like out on the street, and if you got the little mobile app and shit, you could just hit the app, set up a pay link right there. It could be like for just whatever. You know what I'm saying? It could be like a picture that somebody painted or some shit, or maybe you painted a picture and you're out like at the park. Somebody says, "Damn, I want to buy that fucking picture." You could be like, "Shit, set a pay link, do boom," and then they just hit it
Miss
with that.
Turner said that
It's
she
just
got a
really dope. I really ain't like used it or really utilized it to its full potential, but it's really fun. So we could set up pay links for anything, for the NFTs, like for the tokens and shit. I imagine
all right. What I was
probably
saying,
like I was thinking more like a donation based thing. You know what I'm saying? Like someone that wanted to maybe donate to like a charity or something like that. Well, then we could set up like a pay link for that, and then you could set it up. When you set it up, you could set it to say what it's for and all that. So like if we could get somebody to donate, we could do that. But I was thinking the DeFi shit would be an easy way to get people to donate, because within 2 minutes I could walk up to a complete stranger. 2 minutes later, they could have a Pair wallet downloaded and money in it. Real shit. Like I could send them money. I ain't never met them that quick. That'd be a really good way to just show people like the shit, the benefits, right? Just walk up to a random stranger and be like, "Hey, take your phone out, download this app. All right, and I copy this, send it to me. Boom, now you got some money," and then like
Uh,
walk away. They'd be like, "Holy shit,
Miss Turner said that she had a question.
okay."
Okay, hey, I don't, but actually, I don't at all. I did, and I put my website up and mentioned some things, and I believe it was I was taking JoJo's class. This was last year, and so she saw that I had websites. But moving forward, how would I integrate being able to take payments like on my website, being able to get crypto? Because I too am considered a naturopath, or what you call an indigenous doctor, and I'm a full spectrum doula. I
Mhm.
purchased some shea butter from, I can't even remember what his name is, but anyway,
Nice it.
yes, okay.
Yeah, that's the guy we were talking about earlier with Jerusalem and all that stretching hands.
hey, um, hit me email,
Yeah. Go ahead, JoJo. You got it.
me. DM me. I'll get you right.
Okay,
Don't
that's what I was
Yeah.
going to ask. Like, is it beneficial for me? Because sometimes some of the class
Yes.
schedules, it's
just
it.
ready.
Do I do the Web3 classes? Do I need to? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I like.
Basically, all
Chris,
right,
no.
here's the breakdown. You can do that. You can
Oh,
because we've already put the classes together and did all that. But the best way, if I'm just being honest, the best way is to get mentored, right? To have direct, like, community, you know what I'm saying, consultate, because you can watch the videos, you can do the classes, and you can do those things, right? And you get off like kind of cheaper, but you got to put a little more time and work in, and you're gonna have a lot of like questions and scratching your head, like, I think I know what this is meaning, but if you have like consultations or like direct DM access and like mentorship, that's the best way, the fastest way, and the most effective way, right? I mean,
No,
Yeah,
because
and if oh, go ahead, JoJo.
trying to tell us something, but Chris is taking her too far out there. Um,
no, I'm just saying like that's be the best way is to actually get the mentorships. But you can literally go through the schools and learn all the stuff that we're talking about.
I,
But honestly, like because JoJo could sit you down in about like 10 or 15 minutes actually talking to you and while doing it, and it'll be like, oh shit, right? Yeah, damn, I get it completely. That's the benefits, that's the difference. Like for real, JoJo. Like because the classes, of course, I did that shit and set all the shit up and was like good to go and was like, but then when I actually sat down like for that first little 30 minutes, you was like, I think I'd already paid for the class, but instead of taking that class, you were like, look, I'm just going to sit you down and just walk you through it with you. I was that little 30 minutes was like fucking, oh shit, it was so much faster, so much. I was like, oh, because you were able to like kind of the question I would have right then, you would answer it right then instead of me having to wait and getting DMing it, you know what I'm saying? So
I
real
know.
shit, like you should think about the consultating and doing the shit too, really.
Talk right quick, please, and thank you, Chris. Okay. Hit me up in my DM because you've been a regular student. I'm not charging you for that. You can skip all what Chris is talking about because I'm just gonna do it for you one on one. On the time
I
that
don't
you
charge Miss Turner either, JoJo.
already do so much, I just want you to know that when you hit me up, it's whatever time you have. If I'm available for you at that time, um, just let me know what time you need. The rest of them gonna pay because I don't, you know what I'm saying. But I'll do a one on one with you because we already started your stuff, and I still have all of your information still in my files. So it's not like I forgot where it's at. So just hit me up.
You
Okay.
know,
And JoJo's the one
to to
responsible for
to
my
build on
NFTs.
it, to build on what JoJo saying, I think he was asking like, would you be able to accept payments or whatever? Like your NFD domain, it's an
Yes.
address itself. You know what I mean? So you can like
Hmm.
give people that domain itself, and they'll be able to pay you straight directly to that domain.
Straight to it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's like a Web3 website, pay link.
30 days, we
Yeah,
know.
No, I
it's pretty good.
I'm gonna definitely reach out because it's been a situation where I've had this business for years, and I have a couple other businesses as well. And my husband has a trucking company, and my biggest thing is that I've not asserted myself. So my business, I get my orders based off of word of mouth. And we basically deal with healing. We got herbs and methods for healing the 12 systems of the body. So, um, whether it's tinctures, body butters, everything is customized. My site does have everything on there where people can just order it, but it's nothing I promote. Like I don't, y'all can see that.
I
Nobody
know.
know unless you knew me personally, because I just don't do it.
I'll,
So
I'll,
I got to get better with that.
Me
I'll
too. I'm learning.
Well, I'm gonna just get you from plan A because you already took the class, so you already got your NFD domain. You already got everything that you need. We just got to move forward with the putting. I think that's where we last left off was how to integrate your products with the NFTs.
I
And
just learned something from JoJo last week about that. That like I can't believe I didn't put it together. Just the added, how you can do the custom links or the little added links, JoJo. Literally, you like I was like, oh my god, you walked it through in the NFT class. I think it was not the last one, the one before. Yeah, it was the last
It
one.
was last week, I
Uh,
think.
bro, I was like, oh my God. That like just putting the cash apps in the PayPals and the Venmos and all that on as the added link. It's like I can't believe I didn't think about that. It's just like that would have saved me so much time to have all that, because that was the only thing was like, here's this and here's that. I had to go get this, and I could literally have just put it all on the NF domain as the links right there with the wallet addresses and the Facebooks and all that shit too, and just get here you go to this website and hit that link.
Yeah, because
It's
all you
it's
had to do is look at it like a Web3 link in bio.
Yeah, it's like everything, bro. Go get a million different apps, right? You get the LinkedIn app, and then you get the PayPal app, and then you get all this and that, and that. You got to get all that shit, and then tell everybody this link to that, and you could literally just send them straight to one place. The NF domain is a website, it's a vault, it's storage, it's a wallet, it's a like it's everything. And then the Meta Environmental Exchange,
It's a
bro,
true
that shit's
business
really dope,
itself.
bro. She's got
Be
a lot of
honest,
cool
it
ass
is a
shit on
true
there.
business if you look at it how it
It is.
functions and stuff. That's how JoJo was trying to show people how to use it. Like it really has
Yeah,
like business
it's
functions.
really amazing. It's amazing. Um, and I'm just now like kind of like I JoJo's the only person that I talked to that had the vision of like the NFTs really like that. I was just like, yeah, you see it too then? She was like, yeah. She's like, I don't know what everybody's doing. They just all do the same thing. They make an NFT and then you're like, hey, do this and bring it here and put it here and then that's what you do with it. And it's just like, that's it. That's all you guys are doing with it. I guarantee you, BlackRock's not. They're doing tokenized real estate and tokenized bonds and all that shit, right? Lofty's doing the same thing. Yeah, there's a lot more you can do with NFT than just, you know, stake it.
Yeah. That's why I said she already attended my 30-day challenge. So
Yeah.
we just gotta go to the
You
next
know
one.
what? I think that'd be good for Miss Turner too, though, because she's told me that that's like she just said that that's something that she struggles with. So if she's like directly like talking to you and stuff. Because I don't know if she's like me, but I hold myself more accountable to someone else than I do myself sometimes. Like if it's just me counting on me, like you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'll fuck off. Sometimes I know that. But if it's somebody else like counting on me, like my family or people I care about, or like somebody I respect their opinion, or you know what I'm saying? That's what if it's something I know I struggle with, I'll go tell somebody I respect, that I'm gonna do it, right? Because now I got to.
I
I ain't
respect
put my
all of
word out there.
y'all for all y'all doing. I look up to everybody with whatever y'all doing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
hold
love it.
everybody accountable for whatever they doing. If I see y'all slacking, I'm gonna be there like, yo, what are you doing? What we
That's it.
doing? You feel what I'm saying? Because I want people in my circle to hold me accountable if they see me slacking. You feel what I'm saying? If we don't have
Yes.
nobody holding each
That's
other accountable, that's how we start falling apart and breaking apart. You feel what I'm saying? So
And that's also how like the culture gets shifted, and that's how like everything gets all fucked up in the first place, right? Because you see your homeboy doing some foul shit, and he ain't like that, and you ain't like that, but you just like whatever, I ain't say that. You know what I mean? Like you let that slide, bro. The next time you let it slide again, the next day, oh, that's my homeboy, I love him. You know what I mean, bro? And
Mhm.
then before you know it, that's just who they are, right?
Interesting.
And you don't let them get away with it so much. So when you do try to approach them, like, hey man, maybe you should tighten up. Like, man, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't said nothing for a year now. You talking now? They come now. It's the whole thing, right? You like there's reasons why you feel that way about something, right? There's just certain things that when it happens, the shit ain't right and don't feel right about it. Your soul, it just don't sit right in your soul, man. And when you have those feelings, it's for a reason. I believe definitely for a reason. So you gotta, like he said, you gotta hold each other accountable. Um, And that is crazy that I'll hold myself more accountable to someone else than I do myself. But I think everybody kind of does that too, right? I think everybody does in a way, right? Because you don't just go out there. Most people don't. Like I kind of do. I broadcast all the bad shit, all the fucked up shit that's happened to me, all the dumb shit I've done, all the lessons I've learned. Because I ain't never took no loss. Took plenty of L's, but it ain't never been no loss. It's been a lesson every time.
look,
That's for
I'm just
sure.
trying to show everybody that I'm here to help. You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Like I've done I started this internet marketing stuff first. You feel what I'm saying? And like had the eureka moment and all that stuff with it. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand how
Mhm.
it functions. You know what I mean itself. You know, so if you
Boy,
guys need any help with that, you know what I mean, just let me know. Just hit me. I don't, you know what I mean, I don't charge the fam for
man,
nothing.
he's
You know what I
fine
mean?
with that.
As far as anybody on the
Digital image.
outside looking in, you know what I mean, you already know you got $100 for my time. You feel what I'm saying? But for the
Right.
family, you know what I mean, you know, I'm here. Just all you gotta do is just hit me up. And I got y'all for whatever, you know what I mean? Just know I'm a resourceful kind of guy. You can kind of ask me kind of anything, and I'll figure it out.
Everybody on here doesn't say, "Oh, you part of the team?" Like, no, you didn't pay him nothing. That's how we are, bro. Okay, you might get the little membership to the school, or you might get the little consultation, or you might have to pay. But once like we figure out like that, for one, like there's a lot of fucking people that's just gonna waste our time, right? Dude, is if it's one thing that's gonna piss me off more than anything, it's wasting my time. Right? I already spend a lot of time away from people, my family and kids, trying to help people and do this for some unknown reason. Just like this sensation all of a sudden. Like I really didn't care about none of this shit a couple months ago, and now I just like now that I've learned, or really since I really kind of learned the laws and banking and shit like that, I've just felt like the need to just kind of tell people about it. But don't waste my time, bro. So a lot of that initial payments and shit is gonna find out, are you even serious about it? Like, is this just a waste of my time? Right? But if we find out that you really are like intelligent and you're trying to really do some good and you got good intentions, your energy's right, man, come on, man. You're gonna be a part of the team. We're gonna start building together, and you're not gonna regret it.
Do
There's
this
too
later.
many people that's part of the network that's doing amazing things. Like for it not to be working in some way. How many of y'all got global business partners? You know, we're all over the world already in like a couple months. That's insane.
I'm here for it. Other than that,
I'm here
I
for the
love
whole
y'all,
ride, bro.
man.
Good,
And
bad, ups,
I'm
downs, the
out.
ugly, everything in between. But I'm finishing to finna hit this workout and then hit the studios. We got some music to drop.
You know,
Anybody got anything
love
else?
y'all.
Yes,
To the
man. I
next
love
one,
y'all,
right?
family.
All right.
Go to the WealthWave website. Go to the Block Cycle Labs. Um, just hit us up, man. We got you.